Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to create a bump chart together in Tableau. Bump charts are not new in Tableau, and if you search on Google you will find a lot of different examples. All the examples always use the same technique of making lines and circles and combining them with a dual axis. But recently I saw this article from the Wall Street Journal, and if you go in this article you will see this chart, which is a bump chart, and it shows the evolution of the top 20 companies of the S&P 500. So you can really see the stock that fell like Meta, or the new one that entered the top 20 like for example Eli Lilly. I really like the design and the readability of this bump chart, so I created a generator that allows you to create the same kind of bump chart directly in Tableau. If you already saw the previous tutorial, you know how it's done. We will go through the same 3 steps: prepare the data with Tableau, generate the bump chart with the generator, and finalize the design in Tableau directly. So if you already open Tableau, and let's get started. Okay, so I just opened Tableau and we will connect to Sample Superstore. Let's take the subcategories and put it in rows, and then let's take the sales, put it in text, and then finally the order date in column. So what we currently have is the sales per subcategories and year, and now we want to calculate a rank for that. So let's right click on sales, quick table calculation, and rank. Currently it's the years that are ranked and not the subcategories. So to change that, let's right click and go to compute using and say subcategories. That's correct. We only want to see the top 15, so while holding Control or Command on a Mac, you can drag and drop the rank of sum of sales to filter and say you only want to go from 1 to 15. So now you see we have some holes in the data, in the table. You can then right click on the table, click on View Data, and then go to Download, and we will just give our worksheet a name, and we'll say subcategory rank. That's it, our data is already ready. We can now use the generator to create the bump chart. So on our web browser, you can open a new tab and go to tools.ladataviz.com. And then if you scroll a bit, you will see the bump chart. That's what we are going to use today. And on the bump chart, you can do a few things. Like always, you can modify the width, the height of the view, the size of the nodes if you want them to have more space or less, and the padding, so the space between 2 nodes. If you click on reset, it will reset the view. And let's select subcategory rank. Let's input our file. We can already see the evolution of the rank of our different subcategories. Let's go to downloads and click on Tableau Desktop, and that will automatically download a Tableau file. And if we open it, let's wait a bit. Yes, we have the result of our bump chart directly in Tableau. It was easy, right? On my website, I have other generator. You can create SumKey, Network, B-Swarm, Core Diagram, and more. I am making video tutorials for every of the generator, so if you want to be sure to not miss the next one, subscribe to the channel. Now that we have our bump chart in Tableau, it's time to finalize it. We will add some colors, a title, and then publish it on Tableau Public. Okay, let's start our customization. So the first thing is we will click on Show Dashboard Title, double click on the title, and then change that to Evolution of the Top 15 subcategories. And we will put it in size 24 and maybe use Tableau Bold because it's a title. Okay. Now we are going to select the top container, and for that you can just click on the title and double click on the gray area. And we are going to change the inner padding to 20 just to give our dashboard a bit of room to breathe. Now let's go to the worksheet. As you can see, we are using map layers, so we have the links as polygons, the nodes as polygons, and also the text, which is the name of the subcategories. Let's start by adding some color. So I will take name Y and put it in the colors. So you will see now all of my links have a color. And if I take name Y and I put it in colors for the nodes, now we have each subcategories has its own colors. But as you can see, it's a lot of colors, a bit too much. So what I would like to do is to highlight the top 3 categories, the one that have the best growth, and also the 3 that have the worst performance, let's say, over those 4 years. So to do that, we will create a group. So let's create a group of name Y, and we will take binders, copiers, and phones. group and we will say up. Those are the ones that I want to focus because they are going up. And we will select bookcase, we will select envelopes and also machine, group those one, and we will write down because they are going down, they are not performing well. We include the group other because if they are not up or down, I want to put them in a group that is called other. And instead of other with a O majuscule, I will just replace it with a minuscule O, just because after in the calculation it will be easier to remember. So let's take our name Y group, put it in colors for the nodes and for the links, and you will see why we did that. It's much clearer. We want to emphasize on those 6 individual subcategories. Let's click on colors, go to edit colors, and for the other, I want like a really light gray to really make them almost invisible, like we don't want to focus on them. Those going up, I want to use a blue, like the blue that I usually use for my company, and the down we use orange because blue and orange complement well. Let's click on OK, and we have our bump chart with the 3 categories going up and the 3 going down. The only issue that I see right now is that the text is always white, and when the color is that light gray, it's almost impossible to see. So I would like for those ones to have a black color and the rest can stay in white. So let's create a new calculated field and we will call it text black, and we will say if our name Y group is equal to other, so if it's in the group other, then I will want to show the name Y, and we can close it. We will duplicate that calculation and say this is text white, and we will say if the name Y group is different than other, then I return name Y. That's it. So now you can go in the nodes 2 text that you see. I will rename it to title, I think. And now what you can do is put text black and text Y in text instead of name Y, and click on text, click on the 3 point, and we are going to edit the text and say text black should be in black. And because our calculation only returns one or the other, never 2 at the same times, when it's other, it's using text black and it's in black, and when it's not other, it's using text white and the text is in white. Okay, I think our bump chart is clean, is good. We are not going to change much. The only thing that for me is missing right now is we don't have the information of the year. So let's create a new worksheet. We will rename this worksheet year, and then put type in filters and skip only the nodes. Then put the name X, which contains the year. There is almost always an undefined that you can exclude. And then how do we place them in the view? Well, we have the X coordinates of our nodes that we can show as an average. And instead of having the automatic marks that is a bar chart, we can use text, and now our text is positioned at the exact same place as our different nodes. Let's right click on the headers and remove it. And we can also change the format to remove in the columns the grid lines. We don't need any grid lines here. And we will also remove the axis rulers. In the text, let's click on text and just make it a bit bigger, like 15, and in bold, something like that. Now let's go back in our dashboard and in our different sheets, and let's take year. Let's put it above the bump chart, remove the title, and the only thing we can do is maybe in that container that contains the title and the bump chart, put inner padding of 10. And we can also remove the outer padding of the year and increase a bit the size. And I think that's it. We have the evolution of the top 15 subcategories. We see the different year. Maybe we just need a small legend to explain what is blue and what is orange, but I will let you do that. And that's it. Our bump chart is now ready. You can publish it on Tableau Public. Thanks for staying until the end of the video. I hope to see you at Tableau conference in a few weeks. Have a good day.